morning, animals.
What they asked me, we would ask you to explore the concept of the future in general terms, but ultimately what we mean, the future of its, which finds its incarnation in its Academy. Its Academy is going to be focused on sustainability and responsible creativity. Through your project, we need you to help us conceptualize, imagine, speculate, and tell the world the values and ideas upon which its Academy is being built and what to expect from this future. Just kind of going through some ideas in my head and the kind of trajectory of my my research for development for the look for Building the Ark. Often in my work I make fun of like the taboo or the excessive or the just people and human nature and things like that. I think in like a humorous way, and I think that the Rococo period in the 18th century are times that are hilarious. They had objects that were for everything, and it's like, why do you need to make something for every single thing? In our generation, with climate change and with all of these problems that we're forced to solve, as challenging as it is, it's something that I look at, I try to look in a positive way and see like what opportunities lie in this. I have some visual references that kind of show this growth aspect, growing on top of new. So part of my primary research for that, coming off of the found objects, has been to create my own found object art. And usually I love working with collage. So I was like, I want to work and make a 3D collage this time. So I took a lot of, doll parts and, the usual kind of quirky references that I have, bodies morphing together and being very close to each other. Kintsugi. So that's a Japanese technique of putting kind of usually ceramics together and putting gold into the cracks once after they're broken. Bubblegum is something that can stick together. And I thought that was a really funny reference to bring in. So yeah, I'll just walk you through the research as well.
Fortune from Zoltar. Men of genius are admired. Men of wealth are envied.
I will do better. I will show you the future.
Allianz e It's assieme costruiscono il futuro.
The purpose of Allianz is we secure your
future. Together, it's Allianz and Olivia will design the future of sustainability in fashion. Olivia has been asked to explore what the future will be. Our future is creativity. It's Academy sarà uno spazio espositivo, sarà uno spazio dedicato all'educazione, una educazione informale e circolare. La circolarità e la sostenibilità saranno alla base di It's Academy. Idee e creatività ritorneranno in circolo per tutti. Non è un caso appunto che Olivia sia stata selezionata per questo progetto speciale Building the Ark, perché lei si interessa alla giustizia sociale e alla sostenibilità ambientale.
I just submitted my proposal to ITS. I'm really looking forward to getting feedback from Barbara. The garments made in this project will be knit in London with KBN knitwear, with some pieces sewn and sculpted in Canada, and the majority of the garments will consist of a photosynthesis coating. It's a bacterial coating that covers fabric, and it enables the fabric and the garment to breathe like a plant. So all the garments in green are actually the ones that are coated. So this is really important for me, and why I think it's so important for the future, because it's a new way for people to develop a relationship with their garment, just as we kind of develop these little obsessions with our plants. And it's like a responsibility and something to care for. And you love it more and more over time as it grows, and you celebrate each new leaf. And my design, as well as my references, bubblegum and found objects, of course, and some other quirky references. The first piece that I'm going to be working on, because it's the hardest and it's going to be fully coated as well, is this asymmetrical corseted top. I'm using actually a couple of older patterns that I have to start as a starting point, instead of just using what's called a block. It's kind of, you would have a pattern, like a 2D version of that as a piece, and then you kind of build on top of that, just as you would a sleeve or whatever. I link the channels onto the top on the inside, so you can't actually see it. This is usually the type of boning that I use. So it's metal spiral boning, so it's really flexible, and it works really well so far with knit. Before I put on the sleeves, I put the torso on of the corset, like a bodice, onto the mannequin. Also, the side seams came up higher than I had anticipated, but I like it as well because I like it. It creates more of like more contrast, like more of an intense line of the corset. I'm going to be adding boning across on my next 12. I should lengthen the sleeves probably, it's a bit uneven, so I'll pin in some fabric, but add to the back. This is how the sleeve is going to look once I edit the panels on one side, and on the other, very symmetrical. It was pulling in here, so I added some fabric, so it's a lot better. Second to last 12 before this heads off into production. I think a huge problem that on the individual level people have is, how, me being so small and so individual, how can I make a difference on this planet? Knowing that there's so much wrong. I'm just one person, especially when it comes to fashion. This is a way that you can make a difference on your own.
you.